Welcome again, Scorpio. Dadhichi Toth here from astrology.com.au. You know, this current period of your life is very important for communication. And there may have been some deep and meaningful communications that have really busted wide open the door of transparency and openness in your relationships at this time. You know, the Sun and Mars are moving in your 9th house. Pluto in your 3rd house. This is all influencing your communication, but more importantly, I guess your standard of ethics, your philosophical views on life, and an inspection of the gap between what you want in terms of an intellectual ideal and where you're at actually practically in your life. So that gap can appear to be a gaping big hole for a lot of you born under Scorpio. I include myself in this particular category. And what's very significant this month, Scorpio, is the fact that the full moon on the 2nd takes place in this 3rd house, bringing into play all of these planetary energies. And then later in the month, the new moon, which will most definitely signify a turning over of a new leaf in the area of your ethics, religion, philosophy, and morality. So these are key issues for you right now. And if I could throw my other 2 cents worth in here, I think this is really the edifice upon which a good life can be expected, unless we have all of those other areas of our life intact. You know, the human frailties, I guess by omission or commission. This is really the seed cause of the karmic attributes of existence, where our karma is coming from. And incidentally, that 9th house in the Vedic system of astrology that I'm so passionate about, and I tend to mix it up a little bit when I'm doing these, just to throw a little bit of that system into this, because it does give it a bit more of an insight for you. Has to do with your past karma. These are hot and fiery planets. Mars is one of your ruling planets, along with Pluto. So there again, we see these themes coming through where we might be able to project and forecast. So this combination of planets, the movement of Mars into the opposition to Pluto, the full moon there with Pluto, absolutely radically transforming your communication. And communication is not just verbal. I have to say this to you. This communication may also be to do with just the state of your mind. Our brains are constantly thinking. Even if we're not speaking, that electrical energy that is transmitting, that for most of us it's white noise. So this also calls into question the type of frequencies, the type of energy you're transmitting or communicating. Even at a state of rest, when one's mouth is not moving, like that, what's being generated? What are the non-verbal forms of communication that you are getting across? And so awareness of this, I think, is one of the key themes for you throughout the month of July and beyond. Because when that new moon takes place on the 16th, that is not just something that happens on the 16th. It is an emerging sort of shift or change in the quality of the way you live, in the way you relate, in your most important relationships, and so on and so forth. I must say the Venus and Jupiter conjunction in this 10th house for Scorpio does not, according to my way of seeing things, necessarily ensure fantastic luck and opportunities. I think you'll find many Scorpios have actually been going through some difficulties at this juncture in their lives. Jupiter for you rules the 2nd house and to some extent the 5th house. This in some ways is a speculative planet for you, not just an income planet. We see it up there still in the 10th house, and it is in a friendly sign. So the question is, why is it not functioning so well for some of you? The battle now is on between Venus and Jupiter in exactly an identical sign. I'm doing this a little bit earlier than the first of the month, but I'd say just prior to the month of July commencing, and a little bit beyond that, this conjunction is going to indicate somewhat of a battle between the partnerships and the financial situation you have in those partnerships. So this may have more to do with those of you that are in business and struggling to come to some agreement with those you're doing business with. Venus does change sign on the 19th, 3 days after that new moon, which is going to take place in that 9th house, and then Venus moving into the 11th house of profits, into the sign of Virgo, which is its debilitation point. So generally we say this can be a time when income increases. I would say that we would have to wait for the retrogression of that planet sometime around the 25th of July, and it's at that point, towards the end of the month, that you may start to see your profitability in your business and your life generally lift. It may also be taking you away from your friendships. There may be a need to cut off some people, or if those business partnerships are not working for you, it's time now to cut that free. So I haven't said much, I guess, on the personal side of things, probably because we do see Mercury there in the 8th house as well. All of these themes seem to point to this self-transformative period in your life. The whole idea of morality, ethics, clarity in your vision for what you want as a spiritual being, not just a material, physical being. So I haven't talked much about the personal relationships. They should be going okay, but they will be, I think, secondary to sorting out some of these business and financial and professional issues throughout this coming month. Hope that's helped. Don't forget to get your daily, monthly and yearly dose of astrology at astrology.com.au, the website that I founded and have been working on, slaving away since 2001. Look forward to your company there. And if you want a more personal reading, I am available. You can contact me there at the site or at my email at Dadhichi@astrology.com.au. Look forward to your company next month. Good luck. Take care now.